Hello again, everybody. This is Dean Malenko, along with my co-host, Hammer and Henry Rains. Here we are with another 30 minutes action-packed of Suncoast Professional Wrestling. Henry, give us the sponsors for this week.
Our sponsors for tonight are Anchor Air, The Time Machine, Video Discs and Tapes, and the Capricorn 2 Restaurant and Lounge.
I'll tell you, Henry, we got an exciting, excuse me, I got a little bit of a cold here this week. We got a real exciting show this week. We're going to see some really exciting matches, and it looks like our first upcoming match we're going to be seeing is Grizzly Bear Ray, which we've seen him in action before, against Crash Chandler. I'll tell you, it's a really nice facility that we're in. It looks like a new home that we have found for Suncoast, and that's the Bradenton Auditorium.
Yeah, I'm really happy that we were able to make a long-term arrangement with the Auditorium. We should be here every month doing our TV taping. Our next taping is scheduled June 8th. We have an exciting lineup that night, and I'm looking forward to it, but we need to get our matches.
And that again is a 7:30 start.
7:30
at the Bradenton Auditorium. Well, I'll tell you, let's go to our ring right now with our announcer, Susie.
Our next match features, to my left, weighing in at 248 pounds from St. Petersburg, Florida, Crash Chandler.
I'll tell you, Henry, so far it don't look like we're in the Worcesters. There he is coming right now in the locker room.
Well, he's a tall man.
Yeah, he is. You know, we've seen him once before in a tag match.
Weighing in at
That's true. He was
95 pounds, a hometown boy from Bradenton, Florida, Grizzly Bear Ray.
Well, Grizzly's a fan favorite here, being from Bradenton. As big as Crash Chandler is, I think when the crowd sees Grizzly, he's going to dwarf Crash Chandler.
You're right, because you hear over there. They can hear the action of the people right now. They're really behind this far. And I'll tell you, with a guy that size, I'd want to be behind him.
This will be a one-ball, 10-minute time limit match.
Well, it looks like referee Frankie Reyes is checking out both of the that's it right now. Well, the match is underway. Chandler didn't waste no time running over the opposing corner with Grizzly Bear Ray. Going to throw him in the turnbuckle there.
Boy, when Grizzly hit that turnbuckle, this ring must have shook about 3 feet each direction.
I'll tell you, he's way over 300 pounds, Henry. Had a flare idea by Crash Chandler. I'll tell you, excuse me, but the guy at that size, Grizzly Bear Ray is, when you get him on the ground like that, well, here he is, Crash Chandler covering for the pin. That's when you have to really seize the moment, take the advantage on the guys on the Bradenton deck. It takes him a little bit of a longer time to get back up on his speed.
Well, I can't condone Crash Chandler's tactics, but when you're facing a man that size, you can understand why you might want to go for that shortcut, try and get an advantage early.
Here's Crash Chandler again. It's like a chokehold. Yeah, it is. Got him again to the turnbuckle. I think he went to the well 1-2 minute times. With Grizzly Bear Ray with the lariat of his own. Using that big hammer-like elbow across the neck to Crash Chandler. Picking up for the full body slam. And a big slam at that.
I think Grizzly wants to get a little bit revenge for the initial embarrassment of the match. But done.
There's the boots of the back of Grizzly Ray. I'll tell you, this Crash Chandler, the first time he was in a tag match with Nasty Ned, he didn't really fare too well. This match is a real important match for Crash Chandler because he's really going to have to start making a name for himself, especially with his first loss in Suncoast Professional Wrestling. And he's meeting an opponent here, a top caliber opponent of Grizzly Bear Ray. And this would be a real big victory for Crash Chandler to pull this one off.
Well, anytime you ever get a new league or association like Suncoast Pro Wrestling, you're going to have some competition as people try and get their name established early as one of the top contenders for the title and other challenges here in Suncoast.
Here, let's see, we Crash Chandler with a French chancery. Referee Frankie Reyes
Looks like he's trying to check and see if he's.
At the same time, Frankie's in a bad angle. He doesn't see Crash Chandler's feet up on the bottom rope there. Henry, I'd like to make a quick announcement real quick. Just acknowledge that the Boys Club of Bradenton is here with us this evening.
That's right. We have both the Bradenton Boys Club and the DeSoto Boys Club. I don't think you ever find any more enthusiastic fans than young kids and early teenagers, for that matter.
But you can see just looking at their faces here at ringside, they're really excited to be here.
For a hip toss here. Tell you, that's a big man, a hip toss.
Big drop kick there sends Grizzly Bear Ray down onto that bottom turnbuckle. There's Crash Chandler, you from those knees. So right here again, Henry should be trying to pin us apart.
That was another big elbow by Grizzly Bear Ray.
When you have an arm that massive, no matter how hard you sling it, compared to a global-sized man, you have a greater mass and greater impact there.
There's a big headbutt sent Crash Chandler down on that top turnbuckle there. Big elbow there on top of Crash Chandler. It's good to be here with us. And a big fist right to the top of head of Crash Chandler. Grizzly Bear throws him into the ropes. The bit of parry.
Crash has taken a lot of punishment so far. I don't know if he can come back from all this. It's a nice little scene there, I guess.
He's trying to attempting a comeback of his own right here. There he's shooting Grizzly Bear Ray, but it's we first that sits Crash Chandler. The old there's that big over 300 pounds. Went through the body of Crash Chandler, sends you down to the mat. And I was like looking to see that finish, the big giant splash. Nobody does it better than Grizzly Bear Ray. I think hit that turnbuckle right in the side. Here it is. I go 1, 2, and a 3 count. You know what's acting in that rip? There's the match. Grizzly Bear Ray.
Well, that's one of his favorite combinations there, the turnbuckle splash, and then the man's thrown out on the mat to give him his finishing splash.
I tell you, when you get a guy that size that goes down on the size of someone like Crash Chandler, there's really no chance of getting up. I'll tell you, that was an exciting match, Randy. Right now, we're going to take a break and come back at an interview, and also our second match upcoming.
All right, we're back here again at Suncoast Pro Wrestling. We have some very special guests here tonight. We've got representatives of both the Bradenton and DeSoto Boys Clubs. On my right here, we have David Tritt, the program director, and David Beery, also from DeSoto Boys Club. And then from Bradenton Boys Club, we have Mr. Brett Flanagan, who's the unit director over there. As we go into summer, kids are going to be out of school. It's hard for parents to fill their time. And we've invited Mr. Flanagan to tell you a little bit what's going on at the Boys Club today. Brett, could you fill us in on what you have planned?
Our summer program at the Boys Club will consist of 5 two-week sessions at $20 per session. Membership at our club is $15, and that's renewable every August 31st. In the summer sessions, we'll be taking daily field trips to like the beach, bowling, Pirates Cove, and stuff like that. And then on every second Friday of the month, we take a long trip. We're going to Adventure Island twice, Boardwalk and Baseball, Busch Gardens, and SeaWorld. And they're all minimal cost because we get a group rate, and we can take them those trips cheaper than you can. Our membership at our club is about $197, and I think we do a good job, don't we, guys? Yeah. How's that?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm excited to hear about all that. I'd like to say again, we're glad to have the boys clubs here. We hope that they'll be regular guests for us. I myself attended the Bradenton Boys Club when I was growing up here in Bradenton, and I can't recommend their programs any higher. Let's go ahead and go to a break right now, and we'll get back with some more wrestling action. And
Hi, I'm full force. After a hard day at the office,
I like to unwind and party, and there's no better place to party than the Capricorn 2. The Capricorn 2, Southwest Florida's premier nightclub, featuring a fantastic happy hour. Witness Sarasota's hottest DJs spinning all the freshest jams. So come and party with me at the Capricorn 2. We guarantee a good time or double your fun back.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is going to be a tag team match. On my left, weighing in at 238 pounds from Hollywood, Florida, Tom Nash. And this partner, weighing 352 pounds from Denton, Texas, Rusty Brooks.
Say, Henry, these look like some really rugged-looking opponents to see.
Well, I don't know if you would call Rusty Brooks a bodybuilding type man, but he definitely is carrying a lot of muscle mass.
He is one big man, I'll tell you that.
Tom Nash looks sort of flamboyant there with his cape.
I seem to be making some kind of comments about us. That sounds like music. Dr. Proctor, Annabelle Paul's legs.
Weighing in at 228 pounds from Ruskin, Florida, Chris the Dr. Proctor, and his partner weighing 234 pounds from Sarasota, Florida, Paul Drake. This will be a one-fall, 15-minute tie-up to the finish.
I'll tell you, Henry, I'm looking forward to this match. You know, in weeks to come down the line, we're going to be looking at a tag triple tournament. There's a lot of tag teams in the Suncoast area will be involved, and other tag teams around the United States and also international. And right now, looking at Paul Drake and Chris Proctor with their first victory a couple weeks back in Suncoast, we're going to have to say these two guys are probably looking as the number one seed in that tag team tournament.
Well, they have a string of victories going toward them right now, which would indicate that. I know with the women fans, they're the number one tag team.
Yeah, we've had several people write in and call about the opinions about these guys. And, you know, you look at them, we're both real good-looking young men. Referee Frankie Ray is checking both of them. And again, they brought their lovely valet with them into the ring. Say, it sounds like the people are really getting on Rusty Brooks. Okay, I think we're getting ready to get underway here with the match. There's the bell, and let's get things rolling here. Looks like we're starting off with Paul Drake and Rusty Brooks. Jay, we said it'd be family. This Paul Drake is really one well-built individual.
Well, as strong as he seems to be, even under all that, I guess we could politely say excess weight of Rusty Brooks, there's still quite a bit of muscle that he could shove him off like that.
Paul Drake isn't wasting any time showing what he's made of. Lockpicker, since Rusty Brooks and another one up here. Since Tom Nash. I tell you, this place is blowing bananas here, Henry.
Sure is.
And there's a tag, brings Chris the Dr. Proctor in. Looks like Rusty Brooks should take a little bit of time out and regroup with his tag team partner here and get things going. If Chris Proctor getting the people chanting Corky.
Well, I guess everyone hit the huck sometime, so I guess that's what he went over to Tom Nash for.
I'd say that's really got to annoy you in the ring with people yelling that out. A little bit of background on Rusty Brooks. Here's a guy that's been around the wrestling world for quite some time. And I'll tell you, he's one big guy and then fully an exciting guy to watch. Only the big hip toss and another hip punch. That's Tom Nash. I tell you, Chris Dr. Proctor and Paul Drake really got things in hand right now.
Well, they're a fast-moving team. With someone of Rusty Brooks' size, I would think that speed would not be his advantage.
It looks like they made a tag, bringing Paul Drake back in. It was Rusty Brooks with the brutal knee into the midsection, sending Paul Drake into the ropes. Got some of that beautiful crossbody block by Paul Drake, and we get a 2 count there. Big small package. It's kind of hard to do a small package on a guy that's over 300 pounds, though, ain't it?
Yeah, it's sort of an extra-large package, I guess.
Sending Paul Drake into the ropes. Beautiful sunset flip. Almost a 3 count. This is the first chance we're going to get to see of Tom Nash. What's going on here? I tell you, it looks like Lusty Brooks is really confused on what is going on here. I just heard him made that comment.
Yeah, he seemed to be questioning the meaning of life. What's going on here? I don't think he's going to find the answer too soon.
Well, let's see if Tom Nash can do anything better. Tying up collar and elbow, driving Paul Drake back into the corner. This is an area Paul Drake wants to stay out of. Right there, the referee's back turn. Rusty Brooks. Beautiful line there by Tom Nash. There's Chris the Dr. Brooks inside the gun there. And right there, there was no time made. It doubled up there on the body slam. I'll tell you, these two gentlemen are working really good as your tag team. You see Henry where one turns the referee around, he uses that to their advantage.
That's right. Tom Nash seemed to be using a few psychological ploys when he first came in there. Paul Drake had worked with Rusty Brooks, had the advantage, but when Nash got in, he was fresh, could power him back into the corner.
And here we hear the chant of the people outside, chanting USA. Well, this is Dr. Proctor with Tom Nash.
I don't really think Tom Nash or Rusty Brooks are not American citizens. Maybe they just look like they come from another country.
Beautiful back lick. Thing kick a look like there of Tom Nash. And only getting a 2 count. Of course, Dr. Proctor kicking out just in time. Tom Nash getting ready to send Swiss Proctor into the ropes. Beautiful elbow there. I'll tell you, this is the first chance I've got to see this Tom Nash on the press, Henry.
Well, he seems to be out to make a name for himself in his first match here at Suncoast Pro Wrestling.
Now, it seems on weeks to come, we've had a couple new faces. Here's 2 new faces in there that we've had here at Suncoast. Rusty Brooks. That's a beautiful double lariat there in the corner. As I said before, Rusty Brooks in combat. And in weeks to come, we're going to see more top stars coming here to the Suncoast Showing.
Well, that's right. Tom Nash, although he may not be familiar to our viewers locally, has worked around the country. He's very experienced. And Rusty Brooks, he's been successful in every large federation in the nation and around the world for that matter.
With the legal tag, Rusty Brooks throws him in. Beautiful lariat there. I'll tell you, these guys really got their stuff together. It's Tom Nash and Rusty Brooks. They work it really well as a tag team. Tom Nash climbing the ropes. Gets caught up down with the boot off. That's the Dr. Proctor. Going out there trying to make that tag. And he makes that tag, here comes Paul Drake. Beautiful kick there. Another kick into Tom Nash. Sends Nash down to the ring apron.
Well, Paul Drake must have gotten his rest. His adrenaline is going. Seems like a fresh man again.
Here he goes to the suplex. If you didn't see Henry, the people didn't see out there, that was a very intelligent move with Tom Nash and Rusty Brooks just did. You had the opponent thinking there was nothing going on. He made the tag during the sequence there of Paul Drake going into suplex in there. Beautiful maneuver. Here's another maneuver, Rusty Brooks shooting. Tom Nash coming off that top rope with a beautiful elbow off Paul Drake's back. There's a lot of, I'll tell you, the people out here in the front row are really getting restless. And a beautiful drop kick sends Paul Drake down to the floor.
Yeah, Paul Drake took quite a shot there with that drop kick, but that's not easy on the person giving the drop kick, is there?
There's definitely no cushion down here on the concrete floor. Tom Nash throws Paul Drake back into the ring.
I guess we can say Tom Nash will do whatever it takes, take whatever risk to win.
I'll tell you, that was one very impressive area by Rusty Brooks. Rusty going to pick up Paul Drake, almost there by the tag. Gets him up for that body slam. Here comes Tom Nash again off the beautiful elbow off the top rope. I tell you, we were talking earlier about the #1 seed in that vaccine tournament coming up. Looking right behind him, if not #1 themselves, maybe it might be this Tom Nash and Rusty Brooks. They've really impressed me today.
Well, if they get a win today, I guess we'll have to make them the #1 seed.
There's a Northern Light suplex there. Here's Chris Proctor. I guess he just couldn't take it anymore. I got it up the mix in there.
This distraction is costing Paul Drake some energy, and
Rusty Brooks with a thumb to the throat there to Paul Drake. I'll tell you, Henry, this is an exciting tag team match with that here this meet. There he is, drops his neck right across that top. That's got to hurt. Well, from the tag, Rusty Brooks tags Tom Nash. Tom Nash coming into the ring.
what's surprising to me is when I saw Rusty Brooks come to the ring, I didn't think that this match would have so much action at such a fast pace. But despite his appearance, he must have very good conditioning.
I'll tell you, Paul Drake is really worn down, and he needs to get over to that turnbuckle here and tag out. And there it goes with that sleeper. Paul Drake has the sleeper on Tom Nash. Sends in Rusty Brooks, who's not going to take any more of this. Sends Paul Drake down. Looks like we got all four wrestlers in the ring right now. Here's the Dr. Proctor. There's Paul Drake being thrown out by Tom Nash, leaving Rusty Brooks, Tom Nash, and Mr. Dr. Proctor in the ring. Henry, I'll tell you, we saw an exciting match. We had some difficulties here at the end with the power loss from the Paragon trucks here and also in the Bradenton Auditorium. I'd like to apologize to the people out there. I'll tell you, they missed an exciting match, but just to update them, the victory in that match went to Chris the Dr. Proctor and Paul Drake. It looks like we're going to be seeing a lot of both these guys in the near future. Right now, we'd like to go to a break, and we're, again, like to apologize for what happened. We'll be right back with some more action for you. This is Demon Lincoln. We're back again. I'll tell you right now, we have full force in Gator Gilmore. You know, in weeks prior, we've seen a lot of things happen between both of you gentlemen. You have a matchup coming, I believe it's this Thursday, with Jumbo Baretta and Nasty Ned. Gator, you know, a lot of things have happened. You both kind of looked out for each other and what has happened in previous weeks. You got any words to say to Nasty Ned and Jumbo Baretta pertaining to the match upcoming?
That's right, Dean. Jumbo and Nasty Ned, this is twice that you interfered in my match. You stuck your nose where it didn't belong, brother. Now, I've got thousands of brothers, but I tell you right now, I haven't got nearly the brothers I have standing next to me, and this is full force, brother, and we're going to do it together.
Full force, you know, you've had this feud going on with Jumbo Baretta for quite some time. A lot of things have went back and forth and really kind of never settled anything. A lot of things, like I said, happened in the weeks prior to this, and What's your views on the upcoming match you guys have with Jumbo Baretta and Nasty Ned?
June 8th, Jumbo Baretta and Nasty Ned. Be here. But I got the Southern Champ.
I'll tell you something right now. I'm not exactly know what happened here. It looks like these guys are really going at it. Right now, let's go to the desk with Henry Reigns, and let me try to get order restored back here.
Well, we're going to try and get some order here. I'd like to remind everybody that we'll be back June 8th here. We've got new ticket outlets. I'll tell you, the excitement's going crazy right here. You can get your tickets at Bradenton Auditorium, Ploughboy Restaurant, or the Time Machine. It seems like we finally got things settled down. And the crowd is trying to get back to its seat.
I tell you, Henry, I got stuck in the middle of things. I never seen anything like that happen.
Yeah, I don't know if the audience could understand me when all that action was going on, but let me remind them again. We've got our next match here, June 8th, at the Bradenton Auditorium, 7:30 p.m. You can get ticket outlets now at 3 different locations. You can get them at the Time Machine, you can get them at the Bradenton Auditorium, and you can also get them at Ploughboy Restaurant.
I tell you, Henry, we saw a lot of things happen here today. We saw the tag match. Again, I'd like to apologize to everybody out there. We had some difficulties in the truck and here at the Auditorium in Bradenton. But we saw a lot of things happen. We saw a new tag team coming to Suncoast, Tom Nash and Jumbo Baretta. They look like a tag team to be reckoned with. And I'll tell you, the tag match that we got upcoming next, we're talking June 8th again with Jumbo Baretta and Nasty Ned against Full Force and Gator Gilmore. And I'll tell you, there's going to be a lot of things settled during that.
We've got a few seconds left. Let us make everyone aware in the Manatee County area that we want to be active participants in helping our community improve itself. We're available to do benefits and fundraising for local charities or organizations. All they need to do is contact me at the Time Machine. Just ask for Henry, and I'll be glad to speak to him. Let's go with our sponsors now. for tonight was Anchor Air, The Time Machine, Video Discs and Tapes, and the Capricorn 2 Restaurant and Lounge.
I tell you, Henry, we saw an exciting show, and again, next week we'll have another exciting show for everybody that tunes in to Suncoast Professional Wrestling. Well, that wraps up another week here at Suncoast with Hammer and Henry Rains and myself, Dean Malenko. We'll be looking forward to see you again. Hope you enjoyed it.